All right, here we are, another edition of the Stingers Up Sacramento State Football Podcast. We're with the head coach, Brennan Marion. I'm Jason Ross. Coach, eventful week, certainly. Last week, you got a chance to play on the national stage, which is always fun to showcase. And in moments of the game, it felt like you guys were close to executing on all three phases for 4 quarters, but you didn't quite get that. What's still kind of the missing link to get you guys over that hump?
Yeah, I mean, I think we just have to play better in complementary football. I think we do a really good job of being explosive when we create some big plays and, sacks, TFLs, turnovers. We have an explosive offense. We're scoring a lot of points right now. I just think that, in all three phases of the game, we have to come together and be consistent on what does it take to actually win the game and not, be a team that's about stats, a team that's about the ultimate goal of winning the game as a team and playing complementary football. And I think that's just something that we, as we've been together for a short period of time, and the collection of all new people, new coaching staff, new players, everybody's trying to figure that out on the fly, unfortunately. And at times we've been really good at being complementary and taking care of each other out there on the field and playing for the brotherhood and each other and not just, for stats. And then sometimes you see guys getting out of their lanes, not doing what they're coached to do. And that hurts you, especially when you're playing an undefeated football team, in a game like that on national TV. So I think when we do play together, we're getting stops, we're flying around, we're making a ton of big plays. And then when we're not, we're giving up explosive plays that hurt us. And versus an explosive offense like we just played, you can't do that because they'll expose every weakness that you show. And so I think that was a good learning lesson for our guys. Anytime you play a really good football team, you learn a lot of things about yourself. And then, you also get some confidence from knowing that, okay, that was a really good defense and we made a lot of plays and we were able to move up and down the field, on drives that were successful. So you learn a lot of things from games like that.
How difficult is that to shore it up, kind of like you said, in real time? Because whether it's been penalties or turnovers, they kind of get you when you least need them. And not that anybody ever wants the penalties or the turnovers to happen, but to try to clean that up in real time, how much of a challenge is that?
Yeah, I mean, you just have to be about progress and not, being so, hell-bent on perfection where you can't, then it's paralysis. Like then you can't do anything right because you're so tight from trying to be perfect. I think we just have to continually get better. I think our team, if we would have played that team week 1 or week 2, it wouldn't even have been a close game like we would even have been, in the game. And now playing them later in the year, I think that our team has gotten better and improved a lot. I know from my perspective about our team, just looking at the guys who we brought in and asking them about, raise your hand, how many guys have won 8 games in a season last year or the year before, like a lot of these guys haven't done that, so it is a big learning curve for them to win games and do things the right way and have the right habits and the right mindset. And so it's a process. Unfortunately, nobody likes a rebuild. They want instant results. But even for players and their parents and, fans, they want it just to happen instantly. But there's things that you have to go through when you talk about your process to becoming a great, football team.
Mm-hmm. I know an area that you're talking about improvement, certainly last week, the passing game. I know you guys want to run. You've shown the ability to run. Most teams got off to a better start in the game running. But as the game went along, the passing game, Cardell and really just the crew got going. What kind of confidence will that build in him and the rest of your offense?
Yeah, I think we're able to pass the ball. I think the issue really is just that when you're dominating on the ground, I mean, we spent several weeks going for, 300 yards and 275 yards and you're dominating on the ground. You really don't think why would you risk passing the ball when you're dominant on the ground? And, more bad things can happen when you pass the ball than when you run the football. So from that standpoint, it was good to just see our guys have the confidence when we needed to pass. They were able to pass the ball and move it efficiently. Now, do I feel like we need to get more balanced at times? Yes, but also I don't want to stop us from doing something that we're dominant at, and I think our strength of our team is our running backs and our O-line. So we'll continue to lean on our strength and what we do well, and that's running the football.
I know you talk about going 1-0 every day, whether that's a game or practice. Do you allow yourself to look at the rest of the picture? There's 4 games left. If you guys run that table, you can still get to where you want to go. But how do you kind of see that, but also go, I got to win today, I got to win tomorrow, I got to win the next day, kind of, and you're in a must-win situation?
Yeah, I told our guys on Tuesday they need to get their faith back, their energy back, and their optimism back, because those that win in November will be remembered. We put ourselves in a situation to, if we take care of business in November, that we can have a meaningful season and still have one great year. Because for our program and our players, going from 3 wins and guys that came from programs that didn't have a lot of wins, an 8-win season would be a big deal. That would be an awesome accomplishment. So from that standpoint, our guys really need to get their energy and juice back. And I think they did that this week. Today, they were out there, dancing, confident in practice, communicating at a high level, running around. And I felt that was where their energy should be, because, fellas, you're doing better than you did in the past. And we have 4 more opportunities to do even better and even give us a chance to go into the playoffs. So from that standpoint, like, these guys have to be real with themselves and not just so much on public perception and what, family members and trainers tell them, like, oh, it's over. It's not over. I mean, we just lost to an undefeated football team. That's one of the perennial powers in this conference and in FCS. And we had a tough game. Shake back and be confident. Let's go win.
Yeah. Well, all right. Let's look at the next one then. You go to Cheney, the Inferno, the red turf of Eastern Washington. This is a team that's been up and down too at different times. What do you see in the Eagles that you need to be ready for?
Yeah, their morale is high as a team right now. They just, they're on a 3-game winning streak in league play. The Big Sky, there's no easy games. Every game is a hard test. They went to Weber on the road and won last week. They'll be excited to play at home. They have good coaches, great scheme. Eastern Washington in the past has always been a team that can, be really effective on offense and make a lot of plays. I mean, they really always, if you're on the West Coast, you've always heard about Eastern Washington and their offense. So they have 2 really good quarterbacks that can make a lot of plays for them, and a receiver, number 6, that's dynamic and can score 1-play touchdown. So we have to do a really good job on the defensive side of the ball of getting stops, getting off the field. When we get them in 3rd and longs, I think that's one of the things that we've really made a point of emphasis. We've gotten teams to 3rd and longs and not gotten them off the field. We did that last week against Montana as well, just didn't get them off the field on 3rd and long. And so we'll have to do a really good job at that. I think they're really good on special teams. They have a punter who can change the game, flip the field, does a really good job there. And then returner, number 6, who's also the receiver. He can return and be dynamic. And then, you look at their defense, they have a safety, number 31. I think he's one of the most improved players in the Big Sky. He's a redshirt sophomore, I believe. He has 5 interceptions on the year. He's playing at a really high level. And then they have a linebacker, 26, a transfer from Wyoming, who's getting after it, physical, definitely looks like an all-league linebacker, in my opinion. And so we'll have to play a really clean game. We'll have to do the things that win football games. We'll have to block, we'll have to tackle, we'll have to take care of the football, and we'll have to take the ball away from them.
Just out of curiosity in general, as a play caller too, for you, when someone has a really good defender, do you stay away from them? Do you attack them? Do you kind of figure out what their strengths and weaknesses are? Just in a generality, how do you approach that as a play caller?
Yeah, I mean, and the way that I think about offensive football, you attack that guy and see if on film is he really the same as what you saw. Mm-hmm. And I think back a couple of weeks ago, number 13 for Northern Colorado, he's a really good player. He saved a lot of touchdowns in that game. We got the runs all the way back to him where he's the free safety 10 yards back. And he was the leading tackler on their team. And he proved why he was, a really good safety, because he stood back there and at 10, 15 yards, he always made the tackle, to stop some of those big runs. Mm-hmm. And so he did a really good job. I think, when you look at it from that standpoint, you're always going to try to put your guys in an advantageous matchup to make sure we have the opportunity to score touchdowns. But you can't play fearful. You got to operate in your faith, not in your fear on, them having a good player. But we'll do whatever it takes to try to, use the best technique to beat the best player on their team.
I know a couple weeks ago at Weaver, rain was an issue. You guys ran the ball beautifully that day. In Eastern, it can be wet. It can be windy, really windy there. Just elements, is that a factor at least that you think about going into the game?
No, absolutely not. Being a Pennsylvania guy, I mean, you're just happy to play football. You know, just cold weather, whatever, like it sucks as a coach because you don't get to play. You're just standing there. But as a player, I mean, you should never think about that. You should just be happy about the opportunity to play.
Yeah. Another chance.
Absolutely.
All right, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Stingers up.
All right, here we are with senior defensive lineman Melvin Swindle. First year at the program, Melvin, but let's get to know a little bit more about you and how you got here. So, Oklahoma born, right? Raised?
Yes, sir. Oklahoma City born and raised. Yes, sir.
How was that experience for you growing up?
It was good. It was, what I mean? It just wasn't a regular grow up, but it was okay.
What's that mean?
It's just, everywhere. I didn't come from a silver spoon, so you could say that, I grew up in a more rural area.
Okay.
It's
small town?
No, it's a Oklahoma small, people could say, but I lived on the west side of Oklahoma City, so it was a good size. I wasn't not too far from downtown.
Okay.
Just literally right in the middle of west side of Oklahoma City. So
how about I think you have siblings, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How was that? How's your family?
I got 2 brothers and 2 sisters.
Okay.
They're doing well.
Yeah.
They're doing very well.
So how did you get from Oklahoma City to Eastern Michigan?
Coming into my senior year, it was like right after COVID and stuff like that. So everything kind of slowed down for me, but it was picked up. I had a lot of offers coming out of high school, but a lot of them kind of got taken away because most of them didn't see me in person because of COVID.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, Jay Nunez gave me a call like a day before signing day, I think, or a few days before signing day. And I just ended up flipping and making that decision because I had committed to South Dakota, but it was either that or JUCO. So I was just like, I'd rather go get somewhere that's free and not have to worry about it. Just transfer and work my way up. Whatever I got to do to get back to that level to play on it. But other than that, everything else was smooth.
Was Michigan an adjustment at all?
Just being that far away from home, I think, was probably just my biggest adjustment. And like I said, not coming from a silver spoon. So most of the times, you know how it is those first few years of college, when you're alone, the money's probably a little tight and stuff like that and things of that sort. But still, just it was a good transition for me. Let me get out on my own, learn to be my own man a lot more than what I already was coming from Oklahoma. So,
did you grow up? When did you start playing football?
I think when I first started was when I was 6, probably 6.
Oh,
7.
wow! So you've been doing this
for a while.
Did you play other sports?
Basketball. I started basketball in second grade. So
did you like
basketball first?
Basketball more or football?
Honestly, basketball.
Yeah. I'm trying to think timeline. Were the Thunder, Oklahoma City Thunder there? Are you a Thunder fan?
Last time it worked, Oklahoma City Thunder, I was probably 4, probably 4, 3, the Sonics. But Oklahoma City Thunder fan for a while.
Not anymore?
The whole life.
You got a
championship. I got to rep the city, man. 4-5, baby.
You got the MVP. You got a championship. Your favorites again. Okay, so then what transitioned you though to then become, hey, I can take this football to another level?
Really just to sit down. I had to come to Jesus meeting once my sophomore year in high school, I think, when I was still doing AAU ball and playing on circuits and stuff. Once I realized some guys were 6'11", 6'10", and I wasn't going to grow anymore. And it was just like, okay, that the 4-3, my 5 and 4 dreams, you know what I mean? Playing the 4 and 5 was, the dreams of that was coming to an end.
Yeah.
I just had to make the decision and put my full foot forward towards football. So
I know you're locked in on football and on the season, but if we take this year's Hornet football team, would you be on the starting 5 for the football team for basketball?
I think so. Me personally, you know what I mean? That's just how confident I am, 100%.
Who else would be on your squad?
I can play anywhere on the field. So I feel like I'm more of a floor general. So it's like, I go.
You run the point?
I can, all of it. You can see it in some of my state championship games in Oklahoma, baby. Yeah,
okay.
A few of those times, I bring it up every once in a while just to get our best players off the ball. But other than that, I say me. I definitely put Jay Will in there. Jordan. Let me see. I go Dame Henderson.
Okay.
Let me see who else. These is guys I've played with, so that's just really what I know off of. I go Rodney Hammond for defense, and he'll point guard. He'll get a little point guard. You know what I mean? I need one more. Let me think.
You got a good 4 going.
Yeah, that's a good 4 right there. Yeah. I think I did 5.
You guys, you said you played with some
guys? This summer. We did.
Okay.
We shot around a little bit this summer.
All right.
I go.
How's your jumper?
It's
good.
It's gotten there over the years because it's like all that down low, spinning, trying to dunk, and the knees starting to get a little up in age.
Okay.
So,
but it's all football now.
Oh, it's all football.
Yeah.
100%.
And congratulations, you had a child this summer, daughter.
Yeah. Yep.
How's that? That's life changing.
100%. It's going well. She's doing good. She's getting bigger and growing and everything. And her mother's doing well, finishing up her career and getting everything going. So she's looking for the next steps in life.
Anything like that to change perspective on life for you?
Just how I go about every day, really. You know what I mean? I got to get up. So it's like, you got to get up and do it now. It's not just for yourself or just for your reasons you had when you were younger or just for the reasons you want to put your mom in the house. You know what I mean? I actually got my own life to pour into somebody else to make them a better person, better than I was, better than her mother was. So it's good
for you.
Yeah.
So you're playing at Eastern Michigan. You still have another year to go. How did this opportunity come about to finish your college career at Sac State?
Really just me jumping in the portal after my last season at Eastern Michigan, just going on whatever I had going on with the conflict between whoever I had it with or whoever the conflict was with or just over at that institution in general. It was just my time, and I think it was my time. The complacency of me just being there and just getting comfortable. And I feel like I'm talking about for myself. I feel like I did get comfortable at Eastern Michigan a little bit going into it. I came off of starting 10 games after my redshirt year, 10 plus games after my redshirt year. The next year I started 8+ games. Then after that, it was just, coaching change and stuff like that and things with the portal, things of those sorts. But other than that, that's.
So Oklahoma City to Michigan's a pretty significant shock. How about Michigan to California? What was that like?
It was a transition. Being like, dang, okay, I done moved across the country. I done moved up. You know what I mean? Moved to the Midwest from the South to now, Midwest all the way west. And it's like, it's crazy.
What did you know about Sacramento before you got here?
That it was the capital. Literally, that's all I knew. It was the capital. They had won a few big guys. I did a little research before I took my little trip up here. But really, that's really about it. And other than Mary coming over with the go-go, so it's just like, it was the right buzz and a good buzz around it, and it already felt like home, and everybody had just got together. They had a spring together, so I feel like it was all.
What was the message from Coach Ed that helped get you here, Coach Marion as well?
Just that, and I feel like they just preached on everything that I want. You know what I mean? Wanted my last year to be like I said, the buzz was all around us. You know what I mean? Yada this, yada that. But it's like it was really about work too at the end of the day, and fun. It was fun in games, of course, when we were together. You know what I mean? Getting in the mix and getting to know each other early on, but like I just knew how serious it was. Everybody's dream, and everybody's goal. Everybody had the same goal, from the coaches, from GAs, to players. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just that one great year could change your life. Literally. Yeah. So.
And everyone that I've heard talk about you says, you're locked in. You're trying to get this to a professional level, but you're kind of a team cut up and comedian. Is that true?
Just a little bit. Some can say I'm the funniest, or some can say I'm funny.
Yeah, but they have said that.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. So is this like you're just naturally funny? Or are you doing pranks? Like what's you just like if there's a serious moment, you say the right thing to like.
I'm just me. So that's the easiest way I can put it. Honestly, I'm just me. And when it comes to serious things, and I'm just how my life has been set up and it's been arranged, things like that. I've learned to. Bring good into bad situations. You know what I mean? Especially when they come a lot. But it's like, it's either you dwell on them or you let them eat you and tear you down, or, use your losses as, learn. Use your lessons that you take the lessons from your losses and just learn from them, honestly. They can come with anything from being on the field, off the field things, and just sort of around my life at that.
Yeah. As a team, what do you think you guys have learned as far as, 4-4, you can still get to where you want, but you guys kind of have to be perfect the rest of the way.
You not even have to be perfect. We got to be, just spot on. We learned as a team just that we all have to come together. Even if one side's doing bad, or not even bad, is one side's doing less than the other, one side has to pick it up. You know what I mean? Like pick it up, like carry the torch for the other guys to get everything rolling again. But when it comes to this team as in general, what we've learned these past few games and just coming into it in general is that we have to stay together, and when the 11 that's on the field has to play together. Everybody on the sideline, from the the trainers or our EQs, everybody has to be on point. Really, that's really it, and just trying to carry the standard that we're trying to leave here, and that the standard that's just been built here. So it's just all playing a part.
How would you compare, the high level games at Eastern Michigan to what the high level games you guys have played? Like, what's the level of football difference feel like, or is there a difference?
I'll just probably say up front wise, but not too much. But it's not too much of a difference. I'll just say it's a little bigger games I've been a part of at Eastern Michigan. I think I've won, 2 out of the 4 probably when we came to playing at Power 5 schools, the bigger schools. But that's not even a thing to it. It's just even just going up, and it gave me a shock too, because coming from FBS and going to SCS, the team that we have, it's just like we can play with anybody in the country. And we come in, we kind of showed it a little bit early on. Like, oh wow, and it kind of shocked everybody and let them know, and kind of get everybody on notice that we're just not here for the fun and games and the camera time and stuff like that. And that that out west they can play football. They're more physical, so that's really just, I think the biggest thing has been just the change of the up front, really. Yeah. Most of the teams here play together. Most of the up front guys we go against just play together. That's really it. Yeah.
As far as you personally, what's the goal after the season's end? More football?
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Yeah. I'm shooting to, train, of course. Now I obviously got other responsibilities to take care of. But it's going to be mostly focused on those, my outside factors outside of football. Get those things taken care of course. And also just focusing on my training, getting ready for draft and signing days and figuring out where I'm land and stuff like that.
Well, nice spot to be here because Coach Ed, your position coach, also has groomed guys to go to that next level. How much will that help you?
I think honestly, it started even during the season, really just getting us all, getting me just ready and loaded, just certain things, tweaking my game and just cleaning it up all the way around. So I don't think too much of just, I don't try to look too far ahead. Yeah. Just when it comes to those times, but when the time comes, be ready for it. Yeah. And go to work when the time does come.
And then as you finish out the regular season here with the team, do you think you guys have the ability to kind of go on that special run?
Yes, 100%. And I wish I could have, every win we come from or every loss we've taken, but it's like we're 500 now, so we're 4-4, but I think every win we can, this last 4 especially, we can go get them. All right. Especially when it comes to that last one. We had to UC Davis.
Yeah, there you go. You already know that rivalry.
Yeah.
So you're here in Sacramento. Any chance can I convert you at all to a Kings fan, or are you OKC all the way through?
I think I'm solid. I think that jersey can stay right where it's at.
Okay, that's fair enough. You guys are the champs.
Yeah, I got to wear that couple tips for a while. Yeah. So. Especially bringing that first one home, I think.
There you go.
We can go off of it.
Well, Melvin, thanks for joining us. Best of luck rest of the season.
Yes, sir. I'm blessed to be here. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.